Hey everyone, it's me E and welcome back to my channel. We're doing our typical yearly New Year's resolutions review, and I'm going to make my New Year's resolutions for 2026 in this video as well. So let's just jump right into it. So 2025 was kind of an interesting year for me. Things kind of got, I'd say, derailed a little bit for me in a positive way about halfway through. So we did our second embryo transfer in June, which ended up working, so I became pregnant, and that obviously had an impact on things like how much I exercised and, well, how much I did anything really. And then we also moved in October, which we made plans for in September. So basically for like a month and a half, 2 months, life was all about this move because we were moving to a new state and a new house. Everything is positive, obviously, from that, but that means that some of these goals didn't really go the way that I thought they might have at the beginning of the year. Also, some things I guess I just kind of lost interest in, and I don't feel bad about that, but let's just talk about the specifics. So firstly were the health goals, which I alluded to didn't end up panning out exactly. So I said, I've got it written down here, that I wanted to complete 104 strength or endurance exercises. And by that I mean like a Grow with Joe video or a Chloe Ting video or something to that effect. And I did not do 104. I ended with 50. Now there are like a handful of days left in the year at this point, so maybe I could do 2 more and make it to the halfway point in my goal, and a 50% is still a failing grade. But I am giving myself a pass because for half of the year I was sick and exhausted. So we'll give myself a pass for that. I also said I wanted to do 78 yoga exercises, and I actually exceeded my goal on that one. I think I'd done over 100. And that's because yoga is kind of peaceful and relaxing. It makes me feel good in a way that exercising doesn't. And stretching has been helpful for keeping me lubricated, my joints and my muscles stretched and not aching all the time. I also said I wanted to exercise for 700 to 800 minutes a month. That also didn't really go that way. I don't know, I looked back over the last year and I felt like I was sick with like a cold or something to that effect, like at least like 5 or 6 times over the course of the year. So and then on top of that I ended up getting pregnant. So I think most months I was more like 600, but I'm not gonna, beat myself up over 100 minutes here and there. The health goals, maybe I would give myself like a D minus, or yeah, maybe a D minus, D plus maybe. I pass, but just barely. For spiritual goals, I said I wanted to fill the rest of a notebook with some, Bible journaling, and then I wanted to finish filling this notebook with Bible journaling, and I did do that. You can see this is our dated in November, so I did finish filling this out, and I started on a new notebook, so that was good. For my household goals, I said I wanted to purge some toys and put some toys away. I don't think I actually purged any. I purged some around Christmas time last year. No, I did purge some. I purged some before we moved, so I had to do it secretly. But I donated some to our local thrift store, and I did put other toys away in storage. And I also said I wanted to clean out my closet 2 times, once in the spring and once in the fall, and I did do that. I cleaned it out once in the spring, and then I cleaned it out again right before we moved. For my creative goals, I said I wanted to write 12 fan fictions. I didn't write one. I didn't write a single fan fiction all year long, which is not like me. I think I started several, but I never finished or posted any. I wrote a lot in my head. Others of you who like watching TV, you probably know what I'm talking about when you've got the whole plot up there and you didn't get it down on paper. So yeah, I didn't actually write any or post any. I said I wanted to paint 2 canvases. I painted way more than 2 canvases. Let me show you the things that I painted this year. Subject matter varying. We have this, some ducks over a stream. This is like a like from a book from the library, like a paint along with me tutorial thing. Mine looks nothing like the guy's. Mine is like way more like vibrant and saturated than his was, but I still think it looks pretty decent. This was like from this is not like a paint along with me thing, but a book I checked out from the library about like painting expressively. I used tips from that book to paint this. I don't like it, but it was fun. This I painted at a friend's birthday party. This was like a step-by-step like paint and sip type of vibe, and not to brag, but I think mine was the best of the whole party. This I painted on my YouTube channel. It showed up in a previous Vlogmas video, so this came from a free online workshop from an Instagram creator that I really like. Likewise, these kiwis, this super mushroom, these strawberries, these didn't turn out that good. That was one of the first things I painted this year, and this rubber duck. So this wasn't in any particular order, but those are the things that I painted this year. So I definitely painted more than 2 canvases. I got really into painting along with these like online workshops. I actually think I learned quite a bit. I actually made another painting, which I don't have any digital record of. It was a painting of a pumpkin. I gave that to my mom, so she has that. I wrote that I wanted to fill a sketchbook. I didn't finish filling the sketchbook. I don't even think I got halfway through the sketchbook. So, and it's even a small one. I will show you a few. The first thing I sketched. This was like, this year I felt really inspired by like cute things. So like little like creatures and just little guys. I tried to parse out the floor plan of Bluey's house at one point. That house is nonsensical. If you ever try to actually figure out where those rooms lead to, don't bother. This little girl with these little monkeys. These are just, I'm showing you random stuff, guys. A snake, because it's the year of the snake. Which, my husband hates snakes. I felt kind of like I was betraying him while I was drawing that. A little, like, Mary had a little lamb with her little picnic. I was practicing drawing Spidey and his amazing friends because my son's birthday was Spider-Man themed. I sketched Taman from the Ephemeral Gaze concert that I went to. Some monkeys being tourists in a big city. And some of these, I don't know, I think I might have drawn them at work because, like, I very clearly used office supplies to color them in. So, that's not a good thing to admit, but Miss Minho from Shiny, Taman from Shiny. The last things I drew were some, was like kind of a outline of a mobile that I want to make for my next baby, for their room. And then I drew some concepts for a Christmas doll, which I'm not making one this year, if you can't guess. I would have loved to, but I just didn't have time or motivation. So this one would be like Christmas gift themed. This one is obviously like a little gingerbread girl, and the concept of this would be like obviously like the sugar plum fairies from the Nutcracker. But anyway, that's about it, guys. And I think that maybe I made it halfway through the sketchbook. It has 100 pages, so I should have been drawing like one every 3 days. So here's the side that I finished, and there's the side that I didn't get to. Oopsie. Oh well. I mean, I've got like a week left. I guess I could bang out 50 drawings in like the next 5 days, but I don't think I'm going to do that, guys. So one of the things I said I wanted to do hobby-wise was to finish this embroidery project I had started that I had gotten from the library from like this crafting thing they were doing. I just didn't care. I didn't care. I didn't do it. I also said I wanted to finish the art collection in Animal Crossing New Horizons. I didn't do that either. I don't even know if I played Animal Crossing New Horizons once this whole year. I might have logged in, but like, I don't know. I'm having trouble feeling motivated to get back into that game because I played it literally every day for the first year it was released, and so like, I feel like I've kind of seen everything the game has to offer. There's going to be a new release in the next year, an update that's going to add some features to the game, but honestly, looking at it, I don't know if it's enough that it's going to motivate me to want to play it again, because I don't know if it's really going to feel like a new game. You know what I mean? I might need it to feel like a new game for me to want to play again. I said I wanted to complete 2 generations of my Sims 4 Legacy Challenge. I think I did, but I don't know. I played The Sims more heavily at the beginning of the year. I said I wanted to finish Wooble's crochet kit that I got for Christmas, and I did, which you can see in a previous video. I'll put it in the cards up here at the top of the screen. I said I'd like to beat Super Mario Wonder. I did play Super Mario Wonder quite a bit at the beginning of the year, but I lost steam on that and didn't get around to finishing it. I'd still like to, but... And then I had a goal to upload a certain number of YouTube videos, and I did meet and exceed that goal, in part thanks to Vlogmas. So for personal goals, I had a goal about waking up on time and getting to work on time more often, and like trying to shoot for like doing better than 50%. I gave up on that goal too, just to be truthfully honest with you, and I think part of it is because I knew that like my time at that job was coming to an end. So anyway, I also said I wanted to finish writing in a journal and start a new one. I did do that. And then I have some financial goals, which I won't get into much with you, but I finished like one of them. 1 out of 3 financial goals I did accomplish. So you see, this year was kind of up and down, a roller coaster of accomplishment and productivity. So where does that leave us for 2026, next year? What do I want to accomplish in 2026? I just sat down to think about it tonight, and it's really difficult to formulate plans because I'm going from 1 kid to 2 kids, and so I don't know how I'm going to do it managing that. But these are, I hope that these are attainable goals, that these aren't unrealistic, and that I will be able to set aside time to do these things. So first of all, I know that I'm going to need to lose weight after this baby is born. Exactly how much weight, I'm not sure. I've stopped looking at the scale when I go to the doctor, so I don't know how much weight I've gained, but I think it's a lot. And I don't want to focus too much on losing weight because I'm going to be hopefully breastfeeding, and I don't feel like it's a good idea to really focus heavily on weight loss while you're breastfeeding. Some of it will just come naturally. Breastfeeding does help you lose weight after you have a baby, but at the same time you have to eat more calories in order to support that. Not a ton. I think it's like a recommended like extra 500 calories a day to support breastfeeding, so that shouldn't be too many calories to prohibit me from losing weight. But I'm going to shoot for at least 15 pounds to lose after the baby's born. That may come off in like the first month, but it might take me all year. Who knows? I will focus more heavily on losing weight in 2027 after my baby's a year old. And then my other goal for health is to exercise 3 times a week after the baby is born. Before the baby's born, I'm going to try and kind of stay consistent with what I've been doing, which is exercising more like 5 times a week. But after the baby comes, I'm going to give myself some grace and reduce that to 3 times a week. For my spiritual goals, I want to finish filling my new current notebook with Bible reflections and start a new one. I'd also like to fill my current prayer journal. So I started a prayer journal this year, something I've never done before, but I've been enjoying. I would like to fill up my current prayer journal. It's got like about 200 pages in it, and I probably am like 25 pages in. So that should be good for doing it almost every day. For my household goals, I'd like to decorate my baby's nursery before they're born. Obviously it's not that urgent in a sense because the baby's not going to be sleeping in their nursery and we're not going to be in there all the time. They're going to be sleeping in a bassinet by my bed. But the thing is, it's like after the baby's born, I'm not going to have as much time. So I want to get the baby's nursery decorated before they're born. I'd also like to clean out my closet one time in the fall. So I give myself a couple of months after the baby's born to see where my body's at and where I'm feeling like I want to be fashion-wise, and then clean out my closet. For my creative goals, I'll go ahead and try and finish that sketchbook. I'd like to color 1 page out of a coloring book per month, because that's something that's relaxing and fun to do. I'd like to make 2 paintings for the baby's room and make a mobile for the baby's room. And this is a fun goal, I think. I would like to get another Christmas tree. I already have 2 in my house. One's in my bedroom and one's in the playroom. But we're converting a guest room into a guest room / living room, and I think I'd like to put a Christmas tree in there, maybe like a tall, skinny one. And what I would like to do with that tree is have everything on it be handmade or, you know, hand decorated by me or by my kids or whatever. So that is something I'd like to do, is make decorations for a Christmas tree. After Christmas is over, get a tall, skinny Christmas tree on clearance, and then spend next year making decorations for it. For my hobby goals, I would like to play one new video game. Just one. I have a couple of video games that are like for the Switch that are like still in the cellophane wrap that I purchased like over a year ago and I haven't cracked into yet. I would like to play one new video game. I'd like to play one generation of my Sims family. I'd like to upload 2 videos before the baby comes. And I'll go ahead and give you the ideas I have for those. I would like to show you the making of process of the mobile. And I also want to do my usual what I got for Christmas video, because that one's always super fun to me. And I want to try to upload at least one video after the baby's born. I know it's only one video and there's going to be a lot of 2026 after the baby's born, but I just want to challenge myself to create still, and hopefully I can make at least one video after the baby's born. For my personal goals, like I said, I finished that other journal and started a new one. I'd like to go ahead and finish the journal. I've been doing a pretty good job of journaling, doing it almost every day, so I think I can do that, fill up the whole journal. And this is kind of a silly one, but I'd like to use 2 sticker sheets. Give myself a year and use 2 sticker sheets. I've got stickers. Let's just use them. Have fun. And then for my financial goals, I would like to save for an upcoming vacation and save for Christmas. And since we moved, we closed an account in our previous town. I'd like to open a new dedicated savings account at a separate financial institution. So I'd like to open a new savings account, checking account at a separate bank from our primary bank. But anyway, yeah, that's all my goals for 2026. I think I didn't do anything. I don't think I said anything that would be too crazy or too difficult to accomplish, but we'll see how we go. I'm going to try and give myself grace next year because, you know, life comes at you, and changes come, and it's hard to manage all of them sometimes and manage the stress that comes with those changes, but I'm really excited for what 2026 has in store for me and for my family. And let me know in the comments down below, how did you do on your 2025 New Year's resolutions? And do you have any goals for next year? Let me know, and I will see you in the next one. Bye!